Wanda Pruett is 76, lives alone, and makes her whole month on a Social Security check of about $1,400, well below the national average. Rent takes most of it. The Medicare premium takes a bite before it ever lands. And still, somehow, she eats 3 meals a day, keeps her lights on, and has a few dollars left when the next check comes. Her neighbors assume she has savings tucked away. She does not. What she has is a set of tricks that stretch a small check further than anyone thinks it can go. The one that stretches it the most is number 1 on this list. A poor man's whole gift was making $1 do the work of 3. Broke seniors living alone still do it every single day, quietly, out of necessity, while the rest of the country forgot how. These aren't tricks of the desperate, they're tricks of the unbreakable. Wanda's story runs through everything that follows. Number 21 is food help that 9 million eligible seniors never claim. Number 12 puts money straight back into your check every month. And number 1 is the trick that makes a small check actually reach the end of the month. These 25 tricks aren't about scraping by. They're about making every dollar count twice. Hit that subscribe button. Let's count them down. Number 25. Give every dollar a job the day the check lands. The poor man never waited to see what was left, because there was never anything left. The day your check arrives, you assign every dollar a purpose before you spend one: rent, utilities, food, medicine. A little set aside. When a category is spent, it's spent. Wanda divides her check into labeled envelopes on deposit day at the kitchen table before anything else. Her late husband kept the money the same way, in a ledger every Friday. Not a budget you glance at, a set of orders the money isn't allowed to disobey. Number 24, time the big buys to your check date. A broke senior buys the larger things right after the check lands, not before, so nothing bounces and nothing goes on a card. You know your payment date by your birthday, and you line up the bigger purchases, the bulk staples, the refill, to fall right after it. Wanda does her one big shop the day her deposit clears. Her mother shopped the day the pay envelope came home, for the same reason. Not rigid planning, spending only money that's actually in hand. Number 23. Build every meal on beans, rice, oats, and eggs. These 4 are why the math works at all. A $2 bag of dried beans makes 8 to 10 servings. Oats, rice, and eggs fill a week for a few dollars more. You build every plate on these and add small amounts of everything else. Wanda eats oatmeal most mornings and a bean supper most nights, seasoned a different way each time, so it never wears thin. Her mother fed a whole family on these staples through years far leaner than these. Not poverty food, the cheapest, most filling nutrition the store sells. Number 22. Shop the senior discount day. Plenty of grocery stores knock 15 to 20% off for older shoppers on set days and never advertise it. You find your store's day and do your one big shop then, not whenever you happen to run low. On a $1,400 check, 15% off the cart is real meals. Wanda times her trip to the discount day and asks at every other counter besides. Her late husband never paid full price without first asking. Not a coupon to clip, a day to circle, and the same food for less. Number 21. Claim SNAP. The rules bend for seniors. This is food help that 9 million eligible seniors never claim, leaving 70% of those who qualify without it. If someone in the home is 60 or older, you skip the gross income test entirely, and the most a single person can get is $298 a month. That is nearly a fifth of Wanda's whole check in groceries. She assumed for years she earned too much and was wrong. Her generation paid into the system their whole lives, not charity. Food money already set aside, waiting on one form. Number 20. Get the free senior food box. This is food that costs nothing, and most seniors have never heard of it. The Commodity Supplemental Food Program gives low-income seniors a monthly box of shelf-stable groceries, canned vegetables and fruit, grains, protein, and shelf-stable milk. You call your area agency on aging to sign up, and you can get it even while on SNAP. Wanda carries hers up the stairs the first week of every month, and it fills her pantry before she spends a grocery dollar. Her mother would have been stunned anyone leaves it sitting there. Not a handout. 30 pounds of food she doesn't have to buy.
Before we go on, I made something special for you. Guides for people like us who still believe the old ways mattered. They're the forgotten money habits our grandparents lived by, tricks that could save you thousands a year. But this knowledge is disappearing, and once it's gone for good. I've put together 2 books for you plus a free bonus. Imagine how much you could save over the next year by starting today. Scan the QR code on screen now or click the link below. I'll wait.
Number 19. Take the farmers market coupons. Fresh produce is where a tight food budget breaks, and there's a program built for exactly it. The Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program gives limited-income seniors coupons for fresh fruit, vegetables, and herbs, and if you're on SNAP, you often qualify automatically. You spend a summer morning at the market and come home with produce that cost you nothing. Wanda fills a canvas bag with vegetables she'd never fit in her cash budget. It's the healthiest food in town, handed to her free, not a splurge. A coupon for the exact food she's told to eat more of. Number 18. Cook once and freeze it in single meals. Cooking for one wastes food when half spoils first, so a broke senior never cooks for one. You make a big pot, soup, beans, a casserole, and freeze it in single-labeled portions, pulled out one night at a time. Nothing spoils because nothing sits. Wanda's freezer is a row of dated containers, each one a supper already made and paid for. On the nights she's tired or unwell, a meal is already waiting. Her mother sealed the summer into jars, so nothing was lost. Not leftovers going bad, future dinners held in the cold. Number 17. Waste. Absolutely nothing. On a small check, a wasted scrap is a missed meal. You use the whole chicken, roast it, pick it, then simmer the bones into stock for a soup 2 days on. The vegetable ends and the stale bread each get a second life you plan in advance. Wanda throws away almost nothing, the way her hands simply won't let her. Over a month, that discipline alone is several meals saved. Her mother could read a hard year in how little went in the bin. Not thrift for its own sake. The plain refusal to buy the same meal twice. Now, here is the truth about stretching a Social Security check in 2026, and it's the reason these tricks matter so much. The average retiree gets about $2,071 a month. But millions get far less, and 22 million seniors rely on that check as their only income. Grocery prices are running about 3% higher than a year ago. The Medicare Part B premium climbed to $202.90 and comes straight out of the check before it ever arrives. This year's raise of about $56 was swallowed whole. Senior poverty is at 15%. The highest of any age group. And here is the part that changes everything. $58 billion in benefits goes unclaimed by older adults every year. The check alone often can't stretch far enough, but the check plus everything you're owed underneath it can. That is the whole secret of the seniors who make it. Number 16. Buy the store brand. and read the unit price. The store brand and the name brand often come off the same line, and paying double for the label is money a broke senior can't spare. You read the small unit price on the shelf tag, not the sticker, and switch to store brand on anything identical. Wanda cut a quarter off her grocery bill this way without a change in taste. Her late husband bought the plain can every time, not lower quality. The same food minus the cost of the advertising. Number 15. Cut the cable to the bone. The cable bundle is stuffed with fees and channels never watched, and on a small check, it's pure waste. You break the bundle, keep internet only, add a one-time antenna for local news, and one cheap streaming service if you want it. That routinely drops a $200 bill towards $60. Wanda kept her shows and her news for a fraction of what she paid. Her mother owned the radio outright, and it played free for decades. Not doing without. Refusing to rent a package built to overcharge you. Number 14. Kill the subscriptions you forgot. Small recurring charges bleed a fixed income dry while nobody's looking. You pull the statement, circle every recurring charge, and cancel anything you haven't used in a month. A free app like Rocket Money will flag them all for you. Even trimming a few frees $100 or more. Wanda found a service still charging her that she hadn't opened in over a year. The companies count on you forgetting. Her husband checked every account by hand, not a hard afternoon. One statement, and the quiet drains close for good. Number 13. Negotiate every bill you have. The price on the bill is a starting offer, and a broke senior can't afford to just pay it. You call the phone, internet, or utility company, say you're thinking of leaving, and let them route you to the department whose job is keeping you. A lower rate you never knew existed appears. Wanda cut $30 a month off her phone in one call. Her late husband haggled every price he ever paid. Not rude. The plain refusal to keep paying more for silence. Number 12. Claim a Medicare savings program. This one puts money straight back into your check every month by paying your Medicare Part B premium. Over $200 a month you stop losing. The programs go by QMB, SLMB, and QI, and many seniors qualify without knowing it, since the income rules differ from Medicaid. Your coverage never changes. Wanda had been losing that premium out of every check for years until she applied. Her generation paid in and never refused what they'd earned. Not an entitlement. A premium back in a check that badly needs it. Number 11. Claim extra help for your prescriptions. Broke seniors leave a fortune in drug savings unclaimed here. Extra help cuts your Part D premiums, deductibles, and copays, and it's worth thousands a year, but many never apply, thinking it's only for people on Medicaid. You apply through Social Security in one form. Wanda's prescription costs fell to a fraction once she did. Her late husband asked before signing anything. Not a handout. A subsidy she paid into across a lifetime of work. Number 10. Ask the pharmacist for the cash price. The insurance copay is not always the lowest price, and a broke senior can't afford to assume it is. You ask the pharmacist to run your generic both ways, through insurance and with a discount app like GoodRx, and pay whichever is lower. A drug that's $15 on your copay might be $5 with a coupon. Wanda cut a maintenance drug to a third by asking one question. You're never required to use insurance when cash beats it. Not a compromise on your health. The identical pills for the lower number. Now go back to the year Wanda's husband died, because that is when the check got small and the tricks got real. For decades, there had been 2 checks and 2 people to plan them. Then there was one of each, and the numbers stopped working almost overnight. The rent didn't shrink. The Medicare premium didn't shrink. She sat at the kitchen table that first winter alone, with the bills spread out and a cup of tea going cold, and did the math over and over, and it came out short every time. She was 72 and frightened, and she cried a little, quietly, because it felt like the country had simply forgotten she was still there. And then she did what her mother had done in harder years. She wiped her face, got out a pencil, and started building the system, one trick at a time. The programs, the staples, the waste, cut to nothing. That winter is the reason she's still standing on her own 2 feet. Number 9. Apply for LIHEAP and energy help. The heating and cooling bill wrecks a small check, and there's help built for exactly it. LIHEAP pays a lump sum straight to your utility, and the free weatherization program seals your home for lasting savings. You apply through your local community action agency, and seniors get priority. Wanda applied in the fall and stopped rationing her thermostat that winter. Her mother laid in the coal before the first frost. Not a bill she must simply absorb. Help that keeps the heat on and the check intact. Number 8. Use the senior center for lunch and help. Most towns have one, and most serve a hot lunch for $1 or $2, sometimes free, plus a table of company. And the staff will sit down and help you fill out every program form on this list. Wanda eats there 3 days a week now, at a long table that smells of coffee and gravy, and found friends she didn't have the winter she was widowed. 3 cheap lunches a week is real money on her check. Her generation leaned on the community and gave back to it. Not a soup kitchen, a warm meal, real company, and free help all at once. Number 7. Let the library replace what you'd buy. The library is the most generous deal in America, and it costs nothing. Books, large print, movies, music, newspapers, free internet, even museum passes. One card replaces a stack of subscriptions. Wanda canceled a streaming service once she found the library carried the same films. Her generation treated the library as a second living room, not doing without, getting the same books and films for free. Number 6. Batch every errand into one trip. Gas is a bill too, and a broke senior makes every mile count. You keep a running list and do everything in one loop: the pharmacy, the bank, the market, the senior center, on a single outing, and walk what you can. Wanda plans 1 trip a week and stays home the rest. Every gallon not burned is grocery money kept. Her late husband planned every trip to town because fuel was never free, not isolating herself. 1 trip in place of 4. Number 5. Stop buying bottled water and coffee out. These are the small daily buys almost everyone makes, and no broke senior can spare. The tap water is already paid for, and a coffee out at $3 is $30 or $40 a month against pennies at home. You keep a filter pitcher and a thermos. Wanda carried the last case of plastic bottles down to recycling and set a glass pitcher in the icebox. Her mother drank from the tap her whole life, not going without, refusing to pay twice for what home already gives. Number 4. Wait 2 days before you buy. A broke senior weighs every purchase because there's no room for regret. Before you spend on anything beyond food, rent, or medicine, you wait 2 days. If you still want it, you buy it, and if you forgot, you kept the money. Most wants don't survive the pause. Wanda finds most of what she almost bought she can no longer even remember. Her mother, shaped by hard years, never once spent in a hurry. Not willpower. Time, quietly doing the deciding for her. Number 3. Want less than the world is selling. Beneath every trick sits the hardest and most freeing one, wanting less than you're able to buy. A person who does not crave cannot be sold the upgrade or pushed into debt keeping up. Wanda stopped measuring herself against the ads, and the wanting quieted on its own. Her mother decided long ago what enough was, and then she stopped, calmer about money in lean years than most people are in easy ones. Not deprivation, the rare freedom of not being for sale. Number 2, claim every benefit you're owed with no shame. The proudest broke senior still deserves what she paid for across a lifetime of work. You run the free benefits checkup screening from the National Council on Aging, and it lists every program you qualify for at once. Wanda nearly refused to apply for anything until she remembered she'd paid in for 50 years. 6 programs came back she'd never known about. There is no shame in claiming what's yours, only in going without it. Not a handout. Money set aside for exactly this, waiting on your name. Number 1, make the check cover only the gap. Stack every program underneath it. Here is the trick that stretches a small check furthest, and it's the honest truth about how broke seniors survive. A $1,400 check by itself will not reach the end of the month in 2026, not with this rent and these prices. What makes it reach is everything stacked underneath it. SNAP carries 1/5 of the food. The free food box fills the pantry. The farmers' coupons handle the produce. The Medicare savings program puts the premium back in the check. LIHEAP takes the heat. The senior center covers 3 lunches a week. And then the check only has to cover the gap that's left, which a small check actually can. $58 billion in benefits goes unclaimed every year, and the seniors who drown are usually the ones claiming none of it, while the ones who make it have stacked every program they qualify for into a floor beneath the check. Wanda spent one hard winter applying for all of it at once, and that stack is the only reason her check reaches. The check was never meant to do it alone. The trick was never stretching $1,400 to cover everything. The trick was claiming everything she was owed, so $1,400 was all the check had left to cover. None of this is how it should be. A woman who worked her whole life should not have to assemble her survival out of coupons and food boxes and $2 bags of beans. And the fact that so many older Americans are doing exactly that is a quiet emergency the country looks away from. But Wanda Pruett is not a victim, and she'd not thank you for calling her one. She is one of the most capable people on her street, running a household on almost nothing with a skill most of us were never taught. She claims every dollar she's owed and feels no shame in it because she paid into all of it across 50 years. She wastes nothing, owes no one, and still puts 3 plates a day on her own table. On a small check, in a hard year, that is not survival by luck. It's survival by knowledge, the poor man's knowledge of how to make a little into enough. She was never the poor one. She's the one who still knows how to do what the rest of us forgot.